Welcome to Make It Take It. I'm DC. If you're interested in sports betting, subscribe below. I go over the games that I bet for the day, and I keep a record of that. Last night I had the Red Sox, which came out. You can watch that video if you want. I'll link it in the description below if you wanted to go back and see it and see why I made that call. And I just like to keep everything well documented and easy to find through playlists and description. You can find my record right down in the description and all that. So there's a couple streaks that I'm following right now. And again, I'm trying to get into these total streaks that I usually bet on. But I've talked about it several times how they're different this year. The White Sox are on a 7-game over streak. St. Louis is on a 6-game under streak. So I want to keep my eye on those just for reference because that's how I typically bet. I've been staying away from it recently because this has been a different type of season with the pitch clock. But we had the Phillies-Mets series where the Mets just swept the Phillies. I took the Mets in game 1. I stayed away from the other 2 games. But just like the Mets dominate the Phillies dominate Washington. Now the Phillies are going into Washington in bad shape. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Fans are restless, and they're going up against Gray, who's been really good. He's given up more than 2 runs one time this year. He only has 1 game where he's given up 3 earned runs. And he has a 2.7 something ERA. So he's looked really good for Washington. Going up against Wheeler, who's hasn't looked as good. Last game he had 12 strikeouts, but he's been falling off a little bit this year, just like the Phillies. But the thing about Gray, when you look at his lifetime against the Phillies, he's given up home runs to 6 different Phillies in the lineup. And that's in only like maybe 10 at-bats or so if you look at the Phillies' history against him in the current matchup. So they do hit Gray well, and like I said, they usually dominate Washington, so I think this is what the Phillies need to get back in order. I'm taking the Phillies on the run line and on the money line. I considered a couple nerfies, which are the Angels-Houston no runs in the first inning with Ohtani and Valdez, and the Cubs-Padres nerfie. I didn't take one of those yet. I'm considering them. Like usual, if I do, I'll drop it in the comments below if I end up taking it. But for now, I'm taking the Phillies on the run line and the money line to continue the way they play into this year against the Nationals. That's my play for today. Let me know what you like. Like my video. Good luck today.